Hello and welcome to the show, and welcome to Sharp Practice. This campaign now moves to the fourth scenario, the hunt for Octobre Rouge. El Barbosa and the British want to find the spy who is busy passing plans and information to the French. He is suspected of being holed up at Casa de las Tetes. El Barbosa's guerrillas have cordoned off the casa. The British are moving in to search. For this scenario, the British will have 3 groups of 8 light company, 2 groups of 6 95th rifles, and 1 group of 6 Spanish guerrillas. Guerrilla activity reflects the cordon that the Spanish guerrillas have put around the casa. The French will have to roll a 4 to 6 to deploy until the end of the first chapter, so it's similar to a chain of command bombardment. The French force consists of 3 groups of 8 voltigeurs, 2 groups of voltigeur skirmishers, 1 group of hussars, and 1 group of line company. The only change to leaders from both sides is the status 3 French leader, Lieutenant Antoine Rive-Gauche, who takes over from Emmanuel Cul-de-Sac, who made his end in the last scenario. The table for the scenario is dominated by Casa de las Tetes. It's a small compound with multiple buildings. As per the previous scenario, Sergeant Bonnet de Douche and his small detachment are located in the casa, along with Octobre Rouge, who's going to be hiding in one of the 4 buildings. The British deployment point is indicated by the red cross here, and the French by the blue cross here. Of note, the British will also have 1 movable deployment point, courtesy of El Barbosa's guerrillas. The British will have 2 turns to move onto the table before the French can react, and their objective is to search and find Octobre Rouge in the casa. Both force morales are at 10. The view from the British deployment point towards Casa de las Tetes, where the French line group are based, along with Octobre Rouge the spy, and he'll be in one of those 4 buildings hiding away. He's a bit scared of the guerrilla activity going around at the moment. French deployment point in that far corner on the road. So the British get 2 full moves. So I'm going to ignore all French cards that come up, which obviously they're coming up straight away. Right, leader 3. That's Harry Nuts. They can deploy up to 12 inches and out of line of sight another 6. So I think they can go 18. I'm going to drop in here. Flag and tiffin. Oh, right. Not overly useful. Well, here he is again. I think he's going to get them to activate and use all actions and their bonus move to move down to the left-hand side of Casa de las Tetes. And he goes a fantastic 8. Sneaking up on the side of the complex. The flag. Leader 5. Well, that is El Barbosa. Right, they have a movable deployment point. So it can go 24 inches from the primary deployment point, which is here. And I'm going to try and get it over to the right-hand side of the table. Well, I can't do there, but I can get it behind here. I think I'll drop a mule down there to indicate where it is. So there it is, out of line of sight for the casa. I want to try and get it further round to the right hand side as we look now. Whether I'll be able to do that or not, I don't know. Another flag. Red leader 4. That is Willie Drips. Well, he's with the main body. Another flag. I can deploy somebody I haven't had. They're not going. Leader 2. Well, that is Ramsbottom with the other rifles. And they will also deploy on this little rise and follow Harry Nuts down. Well, there we are. Leader 1, he's up next. The big man. They're coming down the road. Side bottom and Willie Drips. Oh, now that's interesting. I've got 4 flags. So I think I can do another activation. because that's it for the British. And I'm thinking at this stage I'll just get side bottom to activate and move his column along the road. So I'm thinking that's 3 dice 6 if it's all along the road, which it is. So that is 13. Right, away we go. I think this is where it's going to start getting interesting. Red flag. Leader 4, that is Woolly Drips. Leader 2, I haven't shuffled these very well, have I? That's Ram's Bottom. Again, I think they'll go all 3 dice. That's 12. Now that's unfortunate because that is the Sergeant, Guy Decolleté. So he's not going to be doing anything at the moment. Leader 4, on the other hand, that is Auguste Laclunge with the Hussars. Better get them on. Right, Laclunge, can you deploy? Can you evade the guerrillas' activities? Need a 4, 5, 6 to come on. A 3 is not good enough, so they can't at the moment. Another red flag. Blue flag. Another red flag. Blue flag. Hold on. I think I might have done too many flags there, but well, that was a failed deployment, so I don't think there is a random event. Lucky. Leader 5. Ooh, well, that's Bonnie Dadouche. He needs to activate. So Bonnie Dadouche and his detachment are in this house here. They've seen or heard side bottom and the redcoats marching down the road. So they're going to all hands to action stations, 2 musketeers in the door and 2 in each of the windows there, and they will open fire onto the column. Now what I'm going to do is pick up 3 cards for Bonnie Dadouche, so he's going to be a level 4 leader. So firstly, they will present. I'm going to pay the 3 cards for a crashing volley, and they will fire. So I think they're going to be unloaded. But that's fine. 6 dice. And it's close range. So it's 4, 5, 6 to hit, controlled volley, and first fire bonus. So it's anything but. And it will be any shot doubled. Right, so they've got 5 hits. So it'll be 2 there, 2 there, and I think 1 at the rear. In the open. So that's going to be 4 shock. Unfortunately, just 2 shock there. And the rear group, 2 shock. So a big surprise for the British column. They didn't necessarily know the French were in there, and they've got a total of 8 shock on all those groups. Well done the French. Well done Bonnie Dadouche. And leader 5, of course, I've just realised Bonnie Dadouche is the blue chap. The red chap was El Barbosa, so I've completely messed that up, but I'll just have to swap those 2 colours over. So Barbosa now can go, and what he's going to do is move this deployment point. So I'm looking at the lay of the land here with the trees and the buildings and stuff. I think I should be able to move it 12 inches to the right as we look, certainly towards the edge of the table, and hopefully get it up towards those 2 trees in the centre of that open ground. Give it a go. So nicely obscured at the moment from Casa de las Tetis and the French deployment point. Right, after the leader 5 debacle, I've got 3 red flags here. Tiffin's bound to come out very shortly, so I think I'm going to use those 3 cards for the British. And I think it's going to be side bottom. So he is going to get this column to get into line. Rear group moves up. They can get into line there as well. Right, now they are going to, so they've moved, they can present, and also side bottom will take off a point of shock. Oh, would you believe it? Leader 1's up now, and I already had him. Well, that's just typical. And next card is Tiffin, right end of turn. Leader 5. Well, that is movable deployment time. Nice one. Right, away it goes, and I think I can just tuck that in nicely behind those trees. So it's obscured there from the Casa de las Tetas. And over that direction, he's obscured from the French deployment area. How useful that will be remains to be seen. Leader 4. He'll take a point of shock off. So Sergeant Willie Drips. Yeah, blimey, Tiffin. Right, end of turn. Right, leader 3, Durien with the Voltigeurs. Let's try and get him on. Leader 4, 5 or 6 first. Hoorah. Straight on here. And old Durien. Blue flag. Ooh, leader 1. Right, side bottom's going to activate. I was going to say crushing volley, but they haven't got the flags to do that, so it's just going to have to be controlled. And it'll take a couple of points of shock off. Right, so it's 1 to activate these. They will fire and reload. 1 to get involved, and it'll take a point of shock off here. But because of these trees, I'm going to dock 4, 8 of the firers there, firing at the Casa. I think that's fair. So there's only going to be 16 of them firing, less 1 because of shock. So it's 18 dice, including side bottom. It is first fire, it's close range, and it's controlled volley, so it's anything but. Oh dear. Yeah, shocking number of 1s there. However, all the rest are hits, but it is hard cover. So 5 shock, 6 kill. And that is just 2 kill. Is the kill on Bonnie de Douche? No, so 2 of the musketeers die. But he's got 8 there, so 2 immediately take their place. Leader 4, Auguste Laclunge. Can he come on with the hussars? Right, we need 4, 5 or 6. No, they're still rounding up the guerrillas. Red flag. Red flag. Blue flag. Again, deployment failed, so no random event, I would suggest. Leader 3. Harry Nuts. Right, I will push them up here. I think they'll go 2 dice. 10. That's a good move. Now they can see the Voltigeurs on that little rise. I think they're a fair way away, but I think I'll take advantage of their long range and they'll open fire. I'll leave them unloaded. That's fine. Okay, so it's just inside effective range, which is 5, 6 to hit. It's first fire, that's 4s, and it's skirmishers, light infantry firing, so it's another +1. So hitting on 3s. 6 dice. That's a nice 5 hits. Counted as in light cover. 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So that is 1 point of shock and 1 kill. I'm quite sure whether he's with them or not. I'll say no. So I'll take off a Voltigeur. They're unloaded now, but I think I might pick up those 2 and sharp practice them so they're fully loaded. Leader 2. That is Guy Decolleté with Rive Gauche. He can't do anything. And that's Rive Gauche. Let's see if we can get him on. Nope, he's not coming on. Red flag. Leader 2 is Ramsbottom. Right, I think they're going to come over the little wall here, through the orchard and up to this point here. So they're going to lose a pip per movement, or per dice coming over here. So they go 4. Which just gets them in the orchard. In fact, they can go another move. 3. There they are. There they are. Front edge of the orchard. They can start firing next time. Blue flag. Now, El Barbosa. I don't think he wants to deploy just yet. Do I want to move the deployment point further? I think I can, really. That is Woody Drips. He'll take a point of shock off. And Tiffin. Right. Bonnie Dadouche can activate, or the unit can. Right, so we've got 6 musketeers in here. They will reload and fire, so they'll be unloaded again. No first fire or control this time, so it's 6 dice hitting on 4s. 3 hits. Now this time I think because they're a group, firing at a group in line, it can all go on 1. And all the hits are going in the middle, which makes sense anyway because they're in the middle of the road. Ooh, so that is 2 shock, 1 kill. Leader 4, the cavalry. August Leclunge. Yes, 4. Hurrah. Hurrah and huzzah, literally. Right, they come cantering on. Leader 5, Bonnie Dadouche. Well, they would just fire again at side bottoms gang. Fire, reload. 6 dice. Hitting on 4s. Another 3 hits. All going on side bottom. In the open. And just 1 shock then. No, 2 shock. So side bottom's group there is up to 7 shock, and there's only 7 of them, 8 with him, so they're looking a bit dodgy. Blue flag. Red flag. Leader 3, that's the Voltigeurs de Rien. They need to close the range, I think, with the rifle, so they will move. He will tell both groups to move forward 2. So this group, they will go 6. And the other group, less 1 for shock, 5. Now, they can fire, but it will be long range. Is it worth doing that? I think they will. They'll both fire at this group of rifles here, Harry Nuts. So the left-hand group firing first, 5 dice. It's 6s to hit. First fire down to 5, and they get their bonus +1 at effective and long range. So hitting on 4s with 5. 1 hit. Light cover, 4-5 shock, 6 kill, no effect. Oh dear, oh dear. And the other group were firing as 6 dice. Also hitting on 4s. Better, they've got 4 hits. 4-5 shock, 6 kill. Well, there you go, 2 kills. One definitely is one of the kills on Harry Nuts. Ooh, it is. Now, he's only a level 1. So he is now 0 rated leader. Right, exciting things happening. They're unloaded. Bad things happen for the British. 1. No, that is no effect. That's good shooting by the Voltigeurs. Red flag. Blue flag. Red leader 2 is Ramsbottom. Right, here he is. They'll just move their bonus move up to the edge just to make sure they're at the edge of the orchard and can fire properly. So it'll be 8 dice, 6 for them, 2 for him. It's effective range. They're hitting on 5s, hitting on 4s with first fire, and 3s with being skirmish light infantry. That's 6 hits. What's the effect? Well, they're in light cover, so that is 3 shock. Could have been better. And the rifles will reload with 1 action, but they are still unloaded. Red flag. Tempted. Ooh, side bottom. That's good news for the British. I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to use all 3 flags there with him. So he's now level 6. Right, desperately needs to take rid of some shock. Take off some shock. So you're going to take off 3 points of shock. So 1, 2, 3. In fact, he'll take off another one. So they're down to 3. What's he going to do now? Tell them to activate, present, fire. They'll be unloaded and he'll get in. 17 dice, taking into account shock, side bottom getting involved, and these line that are obscured. Hitting on 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrong because of controlled. Yes, well, there's only one of them. It's a good hit though. Now we need a bit more effectiveness. Hitting on 5s and 6s. 5 shock, 6 kill. Oh, that's better. Still no shock, bizarrely. Okay. There's another 3 gone. In fact, it's just rolled. See, Bonnie Dadouche has caught it up. No, he hasn't. Lucky him. So in the castle, we've just got 3 musketeers and Bonnie Dadouche left. Red flag. And Tiffin. Right, who hasn't been? It's just Harry Nuts. Well, not him, his unit. So they will open fire with 5 dice. Effective range 5, 6. Skirmish light infantry 4, 5, 6. Hitting this group here. That's 3 hits. Light cover 4, 5 shock, 6 kill. So that is 1 shock. And 1 kill, and there's no leader with them. Right, leader 5, Bonnie Dadouche. It's a reload fire. 3 dice. Hitting on 4, 5, 6. 2 hits. Again, side bottoms gang. In the open, 1 shock. They're losing their effectiveness. Red leader 4. That is Sergeant Willie Drips. He'll take a point of shock off. So that one they French put on, it just comes straight back off. Blue flag. Red flag. Red leader 2. Ramsbottom. They will reload and fire at this group here. 8 dice. Hitting on 4s. 5 hits. Light cover, 4, 5 shock, 6 kills, another 2 points of shock. So they're up to 5 now. Blue flag. Leader 1, right. Reeve Gauche, come on, get yourself on the board. Finally. There we go. Reeve Gauche leading the way. And Guy Decolette is sergeant. Red flag. Red flag. And leader 4, La Clunge and the Hussars. Well, they are going to gallop straight forward. They need to get around the back of the British. So it's 3 dice plus 9, I think. So that's 13, 22. I'll have to slow to the canter and veer slightly to their right next turn. Red leader 5. Ooh, now this is interesting. Right, I'm going to do it because I haven't done it before, and it's an ambuscade with the El Barbosa's guerrillas. So I'll come off from that mule deployment point. So the unit may deploy and immediately act with 3 actions, which may be used for any purpose, including moving and firing. Any shock resulting from firing from an ambuscade will be doubled. So they're going to deploy here. So they've deployed there. It's going to be close range. They will fire, reload, and I think move, running away. All right, the guerrillas aren't that much good, but they do get first fire, so it's going to be 3s to hit. I'm assuming that El Barbosa can get involved, and he'll also pick up another card. I've just used 2 cards, 2 flags to deploy them. He's going to use the other card there as well as putting himself in to control the fire. So it's 6 for them, 2 for him, and another one, 9. Hitting on 3s. Shock doubled. Well, that's nice. Let's see what we got. In the open, 3s to 5 shock. Okay, well, oh, it's all shock. It's all shock. Look at that. 8 shock. Wow, that's a great hit. I'll slow the cavalry down, and now they're going to move. Now they're going to seek protection from, well, I'll tell you what, they're just going to leg it over to the Casa. Go 4. Get out of the way of the cavalry. I think that was an effective ambuscade. Blue flag. Red flag. Leader 3. That's the Voltigeurs with Durian. I tell you what, I think he's going to pick them up as well. Right, status 5 now. So first of all, he'll tell them to fire for 1 command initiative. In fact, he'll tell them to move and fire. He goes 6. That's 2, actually, for that shot. They're still just outside. That's a shame. So they will fire and reload. Only 3 dice though because of that shot. 1 hit. And no effect. Okay, that wasn't overly useful. Right, now he's got 4 command initiatives left. He will take off 2 here. They're down to 3. 1 action will be to reload and fire, so be unloaded again. And the other action will be he'll add his dice. So he's 7 dice hitting on 5s, I think. Yeah, the long range, unfortunately. Okay, so that's 3 hits. What's the effect? Just 1 shock, so that wasn't overly good in the end. Blue flag. Leader 2, Guy Decolleté, can't do anything. And Tiffin. Right, so that is going to be side bottom. Well, they will simply reload and I think present, do the coup de grace. End of turn. Right, I realised I didn't dice for Harry Nutt's wound. I just took it as a wound, so I need to do that. And it was a 6. Alright, I'll let him off. Leader 4, well, that is Leclunge. Right, he will take off a point of shock. They were galloping. I'm going to say they can now canter and catch, if they can, the guerrillas there. They're not happy. They've got -7 on the movement. It's 2 dice 6 plus 6. I can just about do it, hopefully. That's 8. So it's not, it's 7 in total. So they haven't made it. They don't fancy it. But they might be able to go again. Red flag. Red flag. Red flag. Ah, random event movement, hussars. And that is 7. Says if the troops are in column formation, they may take 2 dice 6 of movement immediately. Well, no, they're not, so they can't. Leader 3, that is the Voltigeurs with Durian. Right, so Durian is just outside command range of these Voltigeurs, so he's just going to get this group to activate. They'll move once for their free move. Get into that close range. 4, that's enough to do that. Saying that, they've got 3 shock, so they can't. Let's just check the measurement. Yeah, still just outside, unfortunately. So it's 7 dice firing, hitting on 6s. No, 5s and 6s, sorry. They get that +1 for effective range. And it is, this is probably hardcover. I've probably done them an injustice there. They're soft cover with the orchard, and then they're hardcover because they're 1 more, so it's 5 and 6, no effect. I probably shouldn't have given them a shot before. I'll let that ride. Blue flag. Blue flag. Ooh, Tiffin. Right, British will go first. And first up will be side bottoms formation here. They're at the present, so they will fire and reload. 14 dice, hitting on 4, 5, 6s. Five shock, 6 kill. Ooh, look at that. 3 kill and 1 shock. First shock they've got. So we're going to pop that down there. 3 kills, so 1 or 2. It is Bonnet de Douche himself. It is Bonnet de Douche. What's happened to him? He is knocked out. I'll pop him there to remind me. 2 other casualties. There's only 1 left. And I'll pop him there to remind me as well. Alright, I'll just take some smoke away because there's only 1 chap firing at the moment. Bad things happen. Level 1 leader, 6. -1. French are on 9. Right, the French will get a go. These chaps will move forward. -2, so they don't move. Long range, they can fire with 3 dice. Hitting on 6s, 5s and 6s. 1 hit. Light cover. 1 shock. So they will fire back immediately with 5. Effective range for them. 4s to hit. That's 4 hits. And the damage for them is just 1 kill, yes. This group will reload. And Reef Gauche's column will move along the road. And they will go 12, wrong 13. Gets them up to the junction there. There come the French. Is it too little, too late? Right, blue flag. Leader 3. That is Harry Nuts. He can't do anything because he is 0 rated. And would you believe it? Tiffin. Right, 1 move or 1 go for the French. And I think that's going to be the column. There goes 7. Blue flag. Leader 4. He will take a point of shock off. So Woody drips. Leader 5. Right. Can he get up on a 5 or 6? No, he can't. Leader 5. Oh, that's lucky because that's El Barbosa. He needs to get out of the way of the Hussars. Right, they are going to scamper over probably here. So I'm going to use 1 dice for their free movement. 5, good move. One dice for hopping over the wall, -1. So again, nicely over. And I tell you what, I might just do 1 dice, use all of it, and they're going to get inside that building there. Whilst they're in there, they can do some searching, but they'll also be looking to fire at the advancing column. So that's it. El Barbosa and his guerrillas are in that building. Leader 4, that's the Hussars. Well, he's missed it, hasn't he? He'll use that card and take off some shock. A clunge. Sorry, mate, you're too late. So he'll take off 2 points of shock. So they're down to 5, and what we're going to do now? They could gallop into this left-hand group of British line, but I don't think they're going to do very well out of that. They've already got 5 shock. Oh, I don't know. They are going to walk backwards, turn around and walk backwards and just hold their horses, literally, for the moment. So they can go 2 dice, which would be 9, and end up over here. We have to bide their time. Right, leader 3, Harry Nuts. Can't do anything. Blue flag. Blue flag. Leader 1, side bottom. Right, he will take a point of shock off. It is going to be present and fire, so they'll be unloaded. I'll put that down to remind me. Got to try and finish off Bonnie Deduction. Is 1 man there. It's 4, 5, 6s to hit. They need that for the effect. Right, 5 shock, 6 kill. And that is it. Bonnie Dadouche dies and the final infantry man dies as well. So that's it. The building is sorted, cleared. Bad things happen for a status 1 being killed. 3, -1. And formation wiped out. Ooh. Or group wiped out rather. Is another -2. So the French all of a sudden are on 6. Right, red flag. Leader 2, Ramsbottom. So we continue with the skirmish duel here. Ramsbottom, they will fire directly at those voltigeurs. It's effective range. They get their +1 bonus, so it's 4, 5, 6 to hit. Five hits. Ooh, 3 kills. Is one of them on Durian? No, it's not. 1, 2, 3. That is not good. Red flag. Leader 1. Reeve Gauche. Well, he's got to get him moving and up into the building. Again, all on the row, 3 dice. Not very good. I don't fancy it. Leader 3, Durian. We'll pick those 2 up, I think. Right, so he'll take off 2 points of shock. Reload fire, 3 dice, 4, 5 with him. In fact, they'll move forward their free move to get into close range. Keep forgetting that one. Less 1, so that's it, they're in. Right, now hitting on 4, 5, 6. Okay, 3 hits. Well, 1 shot, 1 kill. Is the kill on Ramsbottom? It is. Now, what's happened to him? Oh, he's knocked out. And obviously wounded. Bad things happen for status 2 leader being wounded. -1. British are on 9. Leader 2, Decolleté, he can't do anything. British flag, they got 3. I don't think I can do anything useful with that at the moment. Oh, Tiffin. Right, well they're wasted then, unfortunately, but I don't think I could do anything. Turn over. Right, next turn, Leader 2, Decolleté, can't do anything, but Leader 1 certainly can. They're still on the road. Reeve Gauche needs to get them into the compound. He goes 8. Just about gets the first gang through the gate. There they are, the French have arrived. Red flag. Blue flag. Red flag. Right, movement, random event. Reeve Gauche. Oh, double 1. Hello, ladies. 1 dice 3 men are convinced that a nearby building, convenient, is home to some rather beautiful ladies, and they slip away to present their cards. Oh dear. Right, 1 dice 3. Oh, I rolled a 6, so 3 of them disappear. Right, so 1, 2, 3 go into that building. Must initiate a fisticuffs, I guess. So I'm going to have to do that. Right, I've done the calculations. It's not difficult. The French are slightly better quality than the guerrillas. So here we go. All together, looking for 5s and 6s. Right, 2 kills on the guerrillas. 6s are, excuse me, 6s are a kill and a shock, doesn't really matter. All the French are wiped out. Leader 4. When he drips, he'll take a point of shock off. Blue flag. Leader 4, Huzzah. A Clunge, he'll just take 2 points of shock off. Leader 2, Ramsbottom. Voltigeurs are looking a bit fragile at the moment. Oh, Ramsbottom, he's actually down. I've got to roll to see if he gets up. He does, but he can't do anything this go. Ooh, Leader 1. Right. Activate will be a reload. And they will march forward. I'm not quite sure how this one works because they're all in line. They'll get back into column. They need to get through that gate as quick as they can. On a road, 3 dice. Well, 17. Interesting. Well, here we go. Who's going to give up first? This is a massive confrontation. Red flag. Ooh, look. Now, is it worth sharp practicing? I don't know. Ooh, tiffin. Right, the British will go. Leader 5, El Barbosa. He will fire with his guerrillas, or they will fire. And I guess actually they're going to be firing out of the windows here into this group. Only 4. It's 4, 5, 6 to hit. Useless. They hit with 1 in the open. Well, it's a kill. The matey's there, gone. All adds up. So it's fire reload for the Spanish guerrillas. Right, these 2 groups can activate. This one first. They'll reload. And they are going to disappear over there. 2 dice. 10. Right, there we go. They're out of the way. Harry Nuts gang will reload and fire. So they're going to be unloaded. 5 dice hitting on 4, 5, 6. 3 hits. And they're in soft cover, so that's 1 shock. So on 3 shock now. Right, next turn, red flag. Leader 3, Harry Jobby, Harry Nuts. Well, he can pick up that 1 flag and get them to reload. Red flag. Leader 5. Ooh, Barbosa's gang again. Now this time he can get involved. And I think he'll pick up that flag. So again, they're firing out these windows. 7 dice. 1 flag. Barbosa's getting involved. And 4 musketeers. Hitting on 4, 5, 6. Look at that. Cracking hit. In the open. But that's disappointing. 3 shock. And another kill. Blue flag. Leader 2, Ramsbottom. Right, Ramsbottom is up. He's on 1 command initiative though, so he can't do a great deal. He'll get them to reload. And I guess take a point of shock off. Now they've got a bonus move. So I think he might just get them to hop over in here. -1. Ha, they don't move. Red flag. Ooh, and tiffin. Right, 1 unit from each side to activate. I guess these Voltigeurs can activate. They'll reload fire. 2 dice. Hitting on 6s, I think. No, 5s. Bit desperate. No effect. You turn. First card up is Reef Gauche. Right, he's in a lot of bother there. Not quite sure what to do, actually. Well, he might charge in with this group of 5 and him into the building. Do some fisticuffs. So that's what he's going to do. They're right next to it. I'll allow them to get in. Right, so that lot are now in the building with Reef Gauche. As he goes through, he will tell this lot to present fire. Right, so I'm going to do fisticuffs first. All together looking for 5s and 6s. That's pretty one-way traffic for the French there. So that's 5 kills. And so the Spanish guerrillas are wiped out, and Barbosa will take a wound. French cav 1 killed. Right, what's the wound on Barbosa? He's wounded. I'm going to allow him to run away now. So he's run away safely to the British line. Okay, I'm going to put Reeve Gauche's gang just behind here for the moment to remind me they're in there. He is there. And they had 1 kill, so they're down to 4 plus him. It's about things happened for group wiped out for the Spanish guerrillas, which is 3. That's -1. And status 2 leader being wounded is 1. And that's no effect. Alright, so the British are on 8 force morale. Now, this lot are going to fire, presented, -1, so it's only 5 dice. It's close range. It's first fire. It's presented. So they're hitting on 2s. 5 hits. Now, it will be 2, 2, and I guess 1. So 2 on the front group. Oh, just 1 shock. 2 on the middle group. 2 kill. Is one of them Sergeant Drips? No, it's not. And 1 on the rear group. Also a kill. Oh, well done them. Good shooting. So the French there are now unloaded. But I think that's probably the best I could have done in that situation. I'll stand by to be corrected. Red flag. Leader 5, that is Barbosa. Well, that's Barbosa there. Don't suppose he can do much at the moment. Can he take a point of shock off there? Probably not. Needs to be next to them, and he's not. He's only got 1 command initiative. Leader 4, that is Sergeant Drips. He can take 1 off. And Tiffin, would you believe it? Right, 1 British unit to activate. Well, I think desperate times, desperate measures. It's present fire. Were they already presented? I can't remember. Don't think so. Right, present fire. Leave them unloaded, and they will fire at the French here. Close range, controlled. So it'll be 3s. They've already fired this game. Okay, 6 hits. Now, I ought to give the French a little bit of cover for this wall, so they're going to be soft cover. So that is 1 shock. And 1 kill. Again, actually, it should be on both those groups. I'll leave that shock there. Should have split this. 1 kill here. And 1 shock at the rear group. So a quick stock take, where are we? French force morale 6, British force morale 8. Looks like the rifles have driven off the Voltigeurs on the British left flank, and that group of Voltigeurs is getting hammered. The other group have run away to hide there. The French column has arrived, and Reeve Gauche has cleared out the Spanish guerrillas from that building, and Barbosa has escaped. Meanwhile, the rest of the British line are making their way into the complex, and there's a nasty musketeer duel going on here. And over there on the French left, the Hussars, as per usual, milling around, not doing a great deal. Right, leader 4. Oh, speak of the devil, that is Leclunge. He will just do the proverbial and take a couple of points of shock off. And actually, they now have no shock. Red card. Blue card. Leader 1. That's critical, I think. And side bottom will pick the card up. So he's now going to be a level 4. I think this lot can just snap into position, which they will do. I'm not quite sure what the others will do at the back there. They can't. That's 1. Reload. And everybody to fire, but it's not going to be controlled. I don't think they can do controlled fire at the moment. This group will be firing at the hut or the house, and this group at the French over there. So at the end of that, they'll be unloaded and uncontrolled. I'll put that down now. Right, so 16 dice hitting on 4s. Not brilliant. However, right, so we're going to have 4 there, and those 4 will be split with the group in the rear. So these guys are going in hard colour. 5 shock, 6 kill, which is a cracking roll. 1 kill can't be on Rouge Gauche, and 2 shock. I was giving this lot soft cover because they're partially obscured by the wall. Ooh, no effect. And the group at the rear, 1 shock, 1 kill. And I'll just pop that marker down to tell me they're uncontrolled. Leader 2, Ramsbottom. Well, I guess at the moment they'll continue to fire here. He's only got 1 command initiative, so that is telling them to fire and reload. So they'll be reloading with 1 action afterwards. 6 dice to hit. It's 3s. That's 4 hits. And that is going to be 1 shock. Takes them up to 4. And 1 kill, which means there is 2 with 4 shock, and they'll be running away. 2 dice 6 plus 6. Oh, they only go 8. But that is group breaks. 6. 6s are never good. -2, and the French are on 4. They will lose a flag next turn. Blue flag. Blue flag. I'll take a gamble because I could be activating there. And there we go, Rouge Gauche is up. Excellent for him, and I think he's going to pick those 3 cards up, see what he can do. Right, so he's going to be status 6. 1 command initiative, tell this lot to fire. He will take off a couple of points of shock here, and they will fire. He will tell this lot to fire. I think you can take off a point of shock there as well, not that it really matters. And he's got 1 command initiative left, so let's take another point of shock off these guys. That's probably about it. So first of all, the Voltigeurs, they will be firing at this group here. It's only 3 dice, but it all adds up. It's hitting on 4s, close range. So that's 2 hits. In the open, that is 2 shock. Wasn't going to give any cover for that little well there. So they fire and reload. Now I can do, I think, 3 here and 4 there, 1 off because of shock. They will have to reload fire. They can fire and reload. Right, made a mistake. I'll leave that shock on and add another dice by Rouge Gauche here. They are hitting on 4s. Not brilliant. Again, it's uncontrolled. So there's going to be 2 on each group. This group here, only 1 shock. And the other group, 2 shock. Terrible shooting. Rouge Gauche's gang are uncontrolled now as well. El Barbosa. Well, I'll tell you what, he's just going to pop into the Casa, and next time he's going to start looking for Octobre Rouge. That is old Willie Drips. He'll take a point of shock off and Tiffin in a turn. Red flag. Blue flag. Barbosa. Right. He can do some searching under the bed covers and in the closets. Ooh, leader 1. And I'll pick that up. So again, Rouge Gauche is going to be level 4. Tell them to fire and a point of shock off. These will continue firing because they're uncontrolled, but I'm happy with that at the moment. So he will take a point of shock off there. Yeah, and they'll fire. I think that's 11 dice sitting on 4s. Right, 2 on them, 2 on them, and 2 on them. This group I forgot to move around, which I've done retrospectively when they were forming up. Right, side bottoms group. Oh, 1 shock. Again, appalling fire from the French. Nearest group. That's cocky, better roll that one again. Oh, it's a kill. And the rear group. 2 shock. Not brilliant. But the Voltigeurs have got to go, so that's going to be 3. Hitting on 4, 5, 6. 1 hit, so I think 1 in the front, 1 in the rear. In the open. Another shock, so they're up to 4. And there's 5 of them, and the rear group, no effect. Leader 4, La Clunge. I'm not quite sure what to do with them, really. I guess they're walking, they'll about turn and not go very far. Blue flag. Leader 1, and he will pick that flag up. Right, I think for 1 command initiative, you can get them moving in if they're within 4 inches, which they are. So I'm just going to shuffle everybody to the right slightly. Give them space to get in, which I think they probably just about can. Nice one. Put the sergeant there so we know where he is. So that's 1. Take a point of shock off here. 2. Fire undirected, so uncontrolled. They'll have to reload first and fire, and he'll get a dice in. I think that's it. Right, it's 19 dice, and that's going to be split between the Voltigeurs, who'll get light cover behind that wall. In fact, they're being hard cover because they're Voltigeurs. The guys in the building, and those 2 elements there. 19 dice hitting on 4, 5, 6. That's a pretty good roll, that's a cocky. So that's the split. Let's see what damage is in the Voltigeurs. It's 5 shock, 6 kill. No effect. Reeve Gauche's gang in the little hut. No effect. Rear group. 1 kill. And this group here. Oh, that's nice. 2 shock and 1 kill. Is it on Guy Decolleté? No. Red flag. Leader 4. Woolly Drips. Again, he'll bang another point of shock off. In fact, he'll pick up that and do 2 points of shock. Leader 3. Durian. Well, here he is. Now, I'm assuming, because Reeve Gauche activated the group there, he can't reactivate them or activate them again. So, that's it. Red flag. Blue flag. Blue flag. So last one to activate was Reeve Gauche. Didn't do anything. I think that's about it. Might be getting this slightly wrong. Perhaps it's a firing random event for the British. I'll do that anyway. 7. Smoke. A pall of smoke hangs across the immediate front of the firers. Firing through this will be at -1 to hit until the smoke clears on chapter's end. Well, I think actually it's very apt. Everybody's firing in that small little courtyard, and the smoke is just going to be building up here. I'll sort that out. And there we go. I think that's reflects reality. Good stuff. Ramsbottom. They will reload for 1, and they will move with 2 dice over in this direction so they can flank the Voltigeurs over to the right. They go 3 because they've got 1 shock as well. Well, he could take... No, he's only got 1 command initiative, so he can take it off, but he won't. Yes, brilliant. Leader 3, Harry Nuts. Right, he's 0 rated, so we'll use that flag and get them to move up. They will go... what will they go? 3 dice? 13. Less 1, 12. So the British rifles pushing up on the left flank. Those voltigeurs are running away, won't see them again. Leader 2, Guy Decolleté, he needs to take some shock off. Tiffin's going to be coming up soon, so I'll tell you what, I think he's going to use those 3 flags. So he's here, he's a status 1, he's going to take off 3 points of shock there and 1 point of shock here. So that's pretty good. And can he dress ranks? Get this lot to go into there, I think. Leaves 2 chaps there, not quite sure whether that's right. They'll take the shot with them. I think there's an element of the rules I'm not quite understanding. Perhaps they can only do it if they all merge into one group. Anyway, they've done that. Oh, and there we go, Tiffin. That was a good choice. Or Reef Gauche. Right, so we've only got 3 command initiatives. They will fire uncontrolled. He'll tell them to fire. And he will get involved. So it's 13 dice for the line company troops, hitting on 5s and 6s because that's smoke. So that's pretty rubbish. 1, 1 and 2 there. So this group, it's a kill. And side bottoms group, 2 kill, bloody hell, look at that. Right, it's definitely 1. Is it side bottom? No, so it's another 1. 3 kills. And now it's the voltigeurs, 3 dice, hitting on 5s and 6s. Just the 1 hit. No effect. Blue flag, he could have done with that last go. And leader 2 is Ram's bottom. Right, again, he's going to get them to move up. 2 dice to here. Less 1, so they go 8. They'll fire. And they will be firing into the flank of the voltigeurs there with Durien. 6 dice hitting on 3s, which is not particularly good. In the open, no, light cover, just the 1 shock. Blue flag, they've got 2 flags now. Red flag, firing event, Ram's bottom. 9. Oh dear, well, interesting. Charge them to hell. 2 dice, 6. They go 4, less 1. Oh, can you believe it? They don't made it. They are very close though. Look at that. They didn't quite make it. Unbelievable. I was just checking, you have to be in contact, unlike Chenequan where it's within 4 inches. Do you know what though? I think I will sharp practice them and reload. Right, the Hussars. I guess they'll canter around the casa. 2 dice plus 6, so 15. They might be able to swing around at some stage. Red flag. And Tiffin. The only groups that can do anything are the British formation here and the rifles over to the left. We'll do this lot first. 16 dice, no commanders involved, and hitting on 5s and 6s because that's smoke. Not brilliant. Right, voltigeurs, 5 shock, 6 kill, 1 shock. Gang in the house, no effect. This group, 3 is no effect. Oh, sorry, that was that group. And no effect, so that was a waste of time. And this group will be moving 3 dice up here so they can get in the rear. Less 1, so that is going to be 11. Yeah, well, there we go. Flank and rear attacks there. Double shock. Could be nasty. Oh, tiffin. Straight up. Chapter ends. Smoke goes. Everybody reloads. So there we go. The smoke lifts and everybody's staring at each other. Leader 5 is Barbosa. Well, I guess he can move off and go and have a look at something else. Right, he will dive over to this hut, which he makes. So there we go. You can have a search next go. Blue flag. Red flag. Leader 2, Guy Decolleté. He'll take some shock off. Leader 1, he'll pick that up. Right, he's going to try and control them, I think. Alright, he does not need a 1 or 2. Oh, typical. Right, they're still uncontrolled, which is a shame. But there we go. He's status 4. So you're going to take off 2 points of shock here. Yeah, action is to fire and reload. And he'll get involved. 17 dice, hitting on 4s. Right, that's a split. Bolt gears, 5 shock, 6 kill, another shock. Up to 3, and there's 4 of them with Durian. Rive Gauche and his gang, 2 shock. First shock they've taken, I think. Rear group, 1 shock. And that front group, 1 shock. Again, not overly effective. Blue flag. Red flag. Oh, red flag. Now, random event firing again. 11. Oink, squeal, piggy, squeal. If there's a group of livestock within 18 inches of fire or target, they are scared by the firing. Well, there isn't, so nothing happens there. But I'm going to use those 2 cards, sharp practice, the line. So they will fire and be unloaded, I think. Hitting on 4s. Voltigeurs, 1 kill. Now they're looking dodgy. Rive Gauche, 1 kill. Not on him. Rear group. I'm giving them light cover. Yes, light cover. So it's 2 shock. And on 3, they'll be obliged to withdraw. Roll for that. Do that now before I forget. 3. No effect. And the front group here. 1 shock, 1 kill. And the British are unloaded. Right, Durian. Right, he can activate and do something now. Might pick up that, I think. Well, at least 1. Right, he's going to take a point of shock off. They're going to move and fire at the rifles. He will get involved. I think it's only 3 dice. He will put the other card in. So it probably doesn't make any difference. I think he'll take the shock off, actually. So, yeah, 4 dice. I think. Hitting on 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at that. Absolutely useless. Light cover. 1 shock. So they're up to 2. Not what was wanted. Leader 3 is Harry Nuts. Here we go, in the rear. Up the hoop. So what's he going to do? Actually, I don't think he might just be firing at this lot. Not in the flank or rear, though. But let's see what he can do. It's 5 dice, hitting on 3s. 4 hits. They're in the open. So that is 2 shock and 1 kill. Well, old matey there, there's only 1 left, is going to be running away. So 2 dice, 6 plus 6, so he's gone. So bad things happen, group 5. And the French are on 2, down to 1 flag. Leader 4, he'll take some shock off. Woody Frips, Woody Drips even. The Hussars, Well, yeah, they'll just be galloping around. 15. Just doing their own thing. There they are, looping around the back of the castle. But they'll be doing that and watching the French run away. Ramsbottom. Right, all he's going to do is get them to fire. Can't take any shock off. So it'll be 5. He can't get involved, so 5 dice. They are hitting on 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can do that for the effect. Can he break the Volta gears? I think he might with that. So that's a shock. So they're up to 2 shock. And a kill. Who's that on? Not Durian. Oh, actually, they don't break. There's 2 with 2. Tiffin, end of turn. Blue flag. I think that's the only one they've got left. Sergeant Drips. He'll take another point of shock off. Flag. Barbosa. He will search for Octobre Rouge. Needs a 10. He's got 8, so he needs 2 more. Leader 1. I think he's got to pick that flag up. Might be the last huzzah from the French. I think common sense dictates that Rive Gauche is going to tell everybody to run. They are literally down to 2 chaps here, 2 chaps here, and 7 with Guy Decolleté. And look at the British line. It's still strong. It's still there. They're flanked by the rifles, and the hussars are doing bugger all. So whilst I'm not playing a campaign and carrying forward casualties per se, I think common sense dictates that the French run away. They'll take a few musket balls in the back, but that is it. It is game over. It was an epic, and that was really interesting. An old Octobre Rouge has been captured. And what I just want to do is find out whether he's in the building with El Barbosa. If he is, he's going to get a filleting. So he only needs an extra 2, so it's an automatic find if he's there. I have 2 cards. Ooh, Octobre Rouge lives to fight another day. He's captured by the British and not the savage Spanish guerrilla commander. So we can take him away and give him some proper interrogation. That's it, game over. What a bloody encounter that was. Ramsbottom, Barbosa, nuts, wounded. 8 light infantry killed, 1 rifleman and 6 guerrillas met their demise. But look at the French. 25 plus 8 and Bonnie de Douche, so a real virtual massacre, and I think it was fair that Rive Gauche withdrew. Well, what an absolutely fantastic game. Even though I say so myself, I thoroughly enjoyed that, and I hope you did too. There is only going to be one more sharp practice, one more scenario in this short campaign, so tune in next time to see who is going to win out in the final battle. Hope to see you then.